What if I told you that 300 million years ago, the air you breathed could make you a giant? It sounds impossible, but for one prehistoric creature, it was reality. In an era of sky-high oxygen levels, a millipede grew to over 8 feet long. Today we'll uncover why these massive arthropods no longer exist, and what their story teaches us about life on Earth. Picture Earth 300 million years ago. Vast swamps stretch as far as the eye can see, teeming with towering plants that dwarf anything in our modern world. The air is thick and humid, with oxygen levels far higher than we experience today. This environment set the stage for remarkable creatures, including one of the most impressive to ever crawl across our planet's surface. Enter Arthropleura, a millipede-like arthropod that dwarfed its modern relatives. This prehistoric giant stretched over 8 feet in length and weighed as much as 110 pounds, longer than the average person is tall, and about as heavy as a large dog. The Carboniferous period's oxygen-rich atmosphere played a crucial role in Arthropleura's impressive size, allowing it and other arthropods to grow far beyond the limits imposed by our current atmosphere. Arthropleura inhabited lush prehistoric jungles, roaming the forest floors and feeding on decaying plant matter. Its presence significantly impacted the ecosystem, both as a consumer of dead plants and potentially as prey for larger predators. Such an enormous creature required remarkable adaptations. Arthropleura's body was covered in a hard exoskeleton for protection and support. Each body segment bore multiple pairs of legs, up to 4 pairs per segment, allowing for surprisingly agile movement. To support its massive size, Arthropleura evolved a unique respiratory system. Tiny openings called spiracles lined the sides of its body, creating an intricate network of airways that ensured efficient oxygen distribution throughout its enormous form. The fossilized tracks of Arthropleura, some measuring up to 20 inches wide, offer valuable insights into how this giant navigated its swampy home. These ancient footprints provide silent testimony to its impressive bulk and movement patterns. Despite its remarkable adaptations and imposing presence, Arthropleura's reign wasn't destined to last forever. As impressive as it was, size alone couldn't guarantee its survival in a world on the brink of significant changes. Arthropleura's massive size was a key to its success, but what finally brought this giant to its knees? For millions of years, Arthropleura thrived in the lush Carboniferous forests. Its success stemmed from abundant resources and minimal threats. With powerful mandibles, it consumed the rich vegetation in its swampy habitat. As the Earth transitioned into the Permian period, Arthropleura's world began to change dramatically. The climate shifted, bringing drier conditions that transformed the landscape. Vast swamps that had dominated for millions of years started to shrink and disappear. The lush, humid forests that Arthropleura called home gave way to different types of vegetation more suited to the new, drier environment. This gradual but relentless change presented Arthropleura with unprecedented challenges. As swamps receded, so did its preferred habitat and food sources. The shifting plant life meant that the creature's specialized diet became increasingly scarce. Simultaneously, atmospheric oxygen levels began to decline, making it harder for Arthropleura to sustain its massive body. Environmental pressures were compounded by the emergence of new threats. The late Carboniferous and early Permian periods saw the rise of more advanced amphibians and early reptiles, bringing increased competition for resources and new predation pressures. The combination of habitat loss, changing food sources, decreased oxygen, and new competitors proved too much for Arthropleura to overcome. Unable to adapt quickly enough to the rapidly changing world around it, this once dominant giant gradually faded from existence. However, Arthropleura's story doesn't end with its disappearance. The legacy of this prehistoric colossus lives on, offering us invaluable insights into Earth's past and the delicate balance of life. Arthropleura's story provides insights into Earth's past and the relationship between changing environments and life over millions of years. By examining extinct creatures like Arthropleura, we better understand how evolution responds to shifts in climate and geography. These ancient giants offer lessons about adaptation and resilience that are relevant to our current climate challenges. Arthropleura's existence and eventual disappearance illustrate the interconnectedness of ecosystems and the broad impact of global environmental changes. Earth's history is marked by constant change, with species emerging and fading as conditions evolve. This ongoing cycle of adaptation and extinction underscores our planet's dynamic nature. Arthropleura's tale reminds us of life's remarkable ability to adapt, while also serving as a reflection on the consequences of significant environmental shifts. If you found Arthropleura fascinating, wait until you meet Dunkleosteus, the armored terror of the ancient seas. Click now to dive into the story of this fearsome predator and its epic rise and fall.